Prince George, why strict rules George had to follow are ignored for Prince Louis. Prince George has been subject to a number of strict rules that his younger brother, 2-year-old Prince Louis, hasn't had to abide by. Prince George, as one of the first great-grandchildren of the royal family, had to follow traditional rules and regulations of his predecessors. These rules are a part of everyday life for the royals and are incorporated to almost every aspect of their lives. But as an even younger and more modern generation has come along, namely Archie Harrison, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, some of these rules have been bent to fit in with the times. This presents a big contrast to older generations and the rules the likes of Prince Charles and Princess Anne would have been forced to follow as youngsters. Prince Louis has been able to bypass a long-standing tradition that his older brother, George, and father, Prince William, had to abide by. Of course, this isn't down to Prince Louis himself and was likely made by his mum and dad in an effort to modernize the monarchy. While Prince George has always worn a rather old-fashioned style of clothing, Prince Louis is able to dress as he pleases. Rather than dressing like the majority of children his age, George was always seen donning a pair of shorts during any public appearances as a toddler. And it turns out there's a long-standing and historic reason behind his parents' choice of attire. Wearing shorts is a silent class marker according to one etiquette expert, and Louis being spotted wearing trousers is a clear indication of the Cambridges rebelling against the archaic rules. The Duke and Duchess's decision to bypass the age-old tradition has sparked controversy among many in royal circles who are shocked their parents, who have typically stuck religiously to the rules, decided to go against the grain. Etiquette expert William Hanson explained how shorts are always worn by younger boys in elite circles, before transitioning to trousers once they reach a certain age. Mr. Hanson told Harper's Bazaar, "It's a very English thing to do, dress a young boy in shorts. Trousers are for older boys and men, whereas shorts on young boys is one of those silent class markers that we have in England. Although times are slowly changing, a pair of trousers on a young boy is considered quite middle class, quite suburban. And no self-respecting aristocrat, or royal would want to be considered suburban. Even the Duchess of Cambridge." The tradition can be traced back throughout the royal family, with Princes William and Harry also often spotted wearing shorts until they were deemed old enough for trousers. Mr. Hanson said, "The usual custom is that a boy graduates to trousers around 8 years old. This is, historically, perhaps due to the practice of breeching which dates back to the 16th century. A newborn boy would be dressed in a gown for their first year or two, these gowns have survived as the modern christening robe, and then he was breeched and wore articles of clothing that more resembled shorts or trousers than dresses." For Prince George, his trouser graduation came when he was at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding in 2018 aged 5 years old. But ultimately, in today's case of the modern royal family, this is more likely due to following tradition rather than marking their class. Mr. Hanson added, "The modern habit of upper-class families choosing to dress their boys in shorts will deliberately hark back to a bygone age. The British upper class are always keen to hold on to tradition, and this one also silently marks them out from the rest."